I count myself fortunate to be somebody who has had multiple times in my life where I can pretty much do whatever I want all day. And for a lot of that time, where I have the ability to do whatever I want, come in A. I spend a lot of the time playing video games because I love video games, which isn't surprising to anybody who knows me. But it's true. We each got destroyed. Playing video games for so long in a day provides ample opportunity to think about wanting to do more. Wanting to not just play video games for 8 hours a day for fun, 10 hours a day for fun, 12 hours a day for fun, but to really take it more seriously. Consider starting a YouTube channel, perhaps, or getting really good at the game and trying to become professional, even if you ignore the content side of it. Okay, back in COVID, everybody was playing video games for hours and hours a day. This was the thing. I mean, Fortnite was still huge. I mean, it's still huge today, but Fortnite was like one of the most popular games in the world at the time. It had obviously only been out for just a couple years, so it's not like we had the jadedness surrounding Fortnite that we have today. Okay, that's so cringe. They're walking up a main. Alright, sure. W eco round play. I guess it's our eco round, not theirs, but you know what I'm saying.
See ya.
And so, I was one of the people who was playing Fortnite for all day during the COVID summer. I would come down here and sit in my basement and just play with friends the whole time. And that was fun. It was incredibly fun to just spend a whole summer chilling and enjoying the time and trying to get good, trying to get as good as I possibly could at Fortnite. And that meant I would spend a lot of time in creative, a lot of time obviously in arena at the time before it was their ranked mode, which kind of sucks still, but I think it's better in some ways. Why can't I jump? Hello? But my friends were also just playing video games for as long as they could as well, along with me, although they didn't have the same aspirations as I did of trying to go pro or make content about it and try to turn that into a career even a little bit. And like I said, that wasn't the only time I've ever been able to have the opportunity in my life. There's been plenty of other times where I have a ton of hours every day to play the game. One of them is actually right now, which is another summer in my life where I'm in college and have the opportunity this summer to where my parents didn't force me to work. I luckily have the means to not need a job. And so I can spend this summer working on making YouTube videos like this one every day. I can work on... Is my gecko gonna win that fight? No. Let's see if I can win that fight with 6 bullets.
One enemy remaining.
I can work on getting better at the game and just play Valorant for as long as I want to without worry of needing to work on school or go to work or other things that can take away from that time. Okay, that is wildly good play, and my brim's too late. I am playing unrated this video. I guess I should mention that. My recent videos have been in competitive. I decided to do unrated. I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. I don't think you care that much. Maybe I'm wrong. The 6 people who watch this video might seriously care that I'm playing unrated and not competitive and prefer it to be the other way. You can immediately tell just because my teammates are worse, right? Like, these are not my Ascendant Immortal teammates. But I think, I don't know, I don't think it's like that big of a deal. It's definitely chiller and allows me a lot more room to just talk. The obviously hard thing about trying to take gaming seriously and potentially either go pro or make content out of it is that so people... Run! is that so few people get that to work. So few people succeed in trying to make a career out of video games. And that applies to any other area where... I mean, professional sports has always been the one where, like, your elementary school teacher will tell you about how unlikely it is for you to actually have any chance at going pro in sports. Like, when I was a elementary school, 4th grade, 3rd grade, really, even through, like, 5th and 6th grade, I'd have classmates, even I myself at some points was talking about becoming a professional basketball player, professional football player, professional baseball player. And I remember multiple times quite distinctly in class or in the library where our teachers would have to explain to us, hey, I get you want to do this, but the chance that you actually, like, only so many people get accepted into D1 schools every year. And then from those people, only so few play sports. And then from those people, only so few even get a chance to get into a professional sports draft. And then from those people, only so few become the known names that you hear about regularly in conversations. And that unlikeliness scares some people off, but also encourages others to really try to make it work, right? Okay. Wow, we are really playing Valorant here. You know, I'm playing unrated, and I assumed it would be a little bit less sweaty, but the fact that they have a Viper with a good wall lurking mid is kind of crazy. I guess we have 2 smokes, so it doesn't even matter if... I don't know, is Jet good? That didn't look like a bad shot from Jet. What is happening? Gecko might get value here. Look at my clove smoke. It was like glitched. It had the KO effect on it. Yes, get the kill. No. And that whole unlikeliness plays out in both content and professional esports as well. Where you can get to even the top of the leaderboard. You can reach Radiant. You can reach High Radiant in Valorant. You can reach the top of the Unreal leaderboard in Fortnite. You can reach Apex Predator in Apex. And still have very little chance of actually going pro, of actually making anything out of it. Beyond just being good at a game that you can tell your friends about, or maybe make a couple clips on YouTube that go viral, right? This is so weird. I should be buying a shotgun, bro. They're going A ton, and I'm the only person there. This is funny. In my experience, I'm somebody who, like I said, has had time to play video games, a lot of it. And so I played Fortnite and got really good at that. Made videos on Fortnite. You can go back on my channel and scroll down. You'll see so many videos on Fortnite. Most of my subscribers on this channel are from Fortnite. A vast majority of them are Fortnite. I think it's... By the time I had switched to Valorant, I probably had 400 to 500. I could be wrong. But I think most of my subscribers are genuinely from just Fortnite. And, so I've put plenty of time into both these games, and even other games too. I've had Rocket League stints. I mean, when Knockout City was a big game, I loved that game. I was playing it a ton with friends. And I have never made anything out of it. I'm one of those people who is the 99% who, despite becoming relatively good at games, like I'm better than my friends at the games I play. I'm better than, obviously, the average player. I'm Ascendant, Peak Immortal in Valorant. Immortal was top 1% of this game. Oh, I'm cooked here. I have to get lucky. I might just be cooked anyways. This is probably bad routing.
Open up the sky.
Drop in a smoke. No peeking.
Running through this. The way I didn't get a second shot off. Obviously on my screen I did, but it didn't register.
Last player standing.
I'm one of those people who didn't massively succeed. Obviously, I'm still playing games. I'm still trying, but I don't have the professional status or the huge YouTube channel to show for all of my time spent playing video games, even though I have spent thousands of hours in video games. That's not something that discourages me. If anything, it's something that encourages me just because I know that I can keep going. I have the potential to do it. The people who do succeed, most of the people who do succeed, are really no different from the person who doesn't. And are often simply different by the fact that they didn't quit. Obviously, you can argue that, like, Peterbot is different than me in a lot of ways. He succeeded at becoming a Fortnite pro, I didn't. And that's because he is different than me in a lot of ways. But even if I had succeeded at becoming a Fortnite pro, I probably wouldn't be as good as Peterbot. He has so much more time in the game, so much more experience playing, so much more advantages that I don't. And that doesn't mean that it's like hopeless for me, that I should never have even tried, but it just means that it's a different game. Someone who grows up playing FPS games, someone who grew up playing Counter-Strike, is going to have a lot easier time becoming a Valorant pro than someone like me who wasn't allowed to play FPS games at all. I couldn't play shooters. I couldn't play Valorant games at all until Fortnite. That was like the first actual shooter I played. Which isn't like a... I'm not trying to harp on my parents or anything. It's a... I've become plenty good at Valorant and Fortnite, despite having very little FPS experience outside of them, before them. And I am... Whoa! I am quite thankful for how my parents raised me in so many ways. So many ways that the fact that I couldn't play violent video games, I think, is totally justified and reasonable in its own right. And it shows that, like, I've gotten to the top 1% of Valorant. I would argue that at one point I was top 1% in Fortnite. That might not be true. I don't think so. I was probably top 5% in Fortnite. I'd give myself top 5% at one point in Fortnite. And that, for having never had experience before Fortnite, I think is telling enough that, like, while the odds are stacked against you, it's not a full game of luck. It's not a full game of random chance as to whether or not you succeed. Okay, if there's somebody here... There's the lurk. She's probably holding me. I'm guessing she heard me.
Enemy spotted B.
Back like I never left.
That's so hard. Yeah, she just puts up the wall and hides behind it. I was thinking, why is she running away? I can just chase her. But if she has the wall there and I have to peek through it, that's just impossible for me. She could be on the left, straight ahead, on the right. Obviously, I almost hit the flick, but that guy is good enough to just never lose that.
Spike planted.
To be honest, currently I'm not playing Valorant for 8 hours a day. I could if I wanted to, but because of how much time I'm spending exercising, cooking meals, reading in the evenings, working on YouTube videos, I'm not often spending at least 8 hours in the game. I have the opportunity to, but I'm not. And I would like to be, but I don't have the obsession. This is something I talked about in the last video, or 2 videos ago maybe? What in the what? I think we got it. I don't have the obsession. It's gonna be close. Or the intense desire that I used to have when I was grinding Fortnite and Valorant. Did he just send that in all chat? How am I bottom frag? What is happening? I guess I'm kind of trolling. Maybe I should focus up. I don't know. Do you care? Do you, one of the 6 viewers of this video, care that I'm not playing the greatest Valorant? I don't know. In an unrated lobby? Or are you just here to listen to me talk? To hang out, to chill, or learn? I don't know.
Could have a job.
a lot of what caused me to be willing to play for 8 hours a day when I was doing that. Okay, why does it feel like everybody in the enemy team knows how to shoot and nobody on my team does, but I'm still bottom frag on my team? Oh, there is. I don't have that obsession, and that was part of what allowed me to play for so long because I loved the game so much and just wanted to get back on and get back on and get back on every single day. Wake up, shove something down my throat for some kind of sustenance, and then get on the game and play. That's what those days were. It's no longer that, and I think that's somewhat unhealthy because there's a lot of other things that should be done to maintain health. This Viper, man? That's close. What? I am so confused. This game. And in the video I released recently, I talked about how I've found ways to be willing to play the game again for 8 hours. 10 hours, 12 hours.
What the?
I just choose not to because of the obvious reasons. The thing is that a professional player spending 10 hours a day on Valorant looks a lot different from an aspiring player spending 10 hours a day on Valorant. The professional has coaches, friends to talk to who can guide them on Valorant. Probably a really good duo that they play with during ranked. The aspiring player might be solo queuing, might know nobody else who's as good at him as Valorant, might have no coach, might have YouTube videos as his only opportunity for learning how to play the game from somebody other than himself or his bad ranked teammates.
Enemy B. Nice. Flash is ready.
Which adds structure to a lot of the stuff the pro player does, but doesn't necessarily make it better. There is something about just playing the game and maybe playing with friends that is absent from the structure and guidance that being a pro provides. Move! Oh my gosh! Wow, that was annoying. Love my brimstone. Like, didn't we just see Viper in main? That guy actually matched my movement bar for a solid like 6 seconds there. That was insane.
Last round before the switch.
Use everything you have. We lose it anyway. Could I have a draw? Thanks.
Even myself, I competed on the esports team at my school for 4 semesters. No way.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, it's been 4 semesters now of competing on the esports team at my school. And I've done club and varsity, because our school is both. And even that is obviously much different from what I was doing on Fortnite in 2020.
You will not kill my ally.
But also is quite different from what an actual pro does in the year of our Lord 2026. Sage just killed everybody.
Last one B.
Your duty is not over. Say I was the
Let's go! Let's go! Getting outfragged by platinums, but who cares? I think when I was playing Fortnite for that long, when I was first switching over and grinding Valorant for that long, I didn't really see it as like as structurally as I see it looking back. Looking back, it was like, oh, I loved playing 8 hours a day. Looking back, or back then, I didn't think of it as loving playing 8 hours a day. It was just the thing I did, the thing I loved. I didn't think of it as, oh man, I spent 12 hours playing Fortnite today. No, it's just like, I loved playing the game, and so did it. Ow! I need to heal.
Now we're cooking.
Elbow.
Spike down B.
How does he even... Dude, why do I have... Ugh. I thought... What did I think? For some reason, I thought that I'd, like, run out of ammo at the same time as him, but obviously I got a right-click off before he did at first.
Remaining.
I hit him 50. I was gonna smoke there. Should've not faster.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
And that's part of what makes it easier is the non-realization of the goal even. I was playing Fortnite, and if you'd asked me, I would have said, yeah, I want to get to the highest part of Champions Division. I want to get to winning cash cups and stuff like that. But the primary reason I was doing any of it was just because I enjoyed it. I wasn't playing Fortnite because I wanted to get to make money doing it. I was playing Fortnite because I had fun playing Fortnite.
I can't use that. Enemy spotted.
W right click, wow. That smoke is terrible. I gotta make sure it covers that thing.
Like planet.
Last player standing.
Yeah, this probably isn't the most entertaining gameplay to watch, I won't lie.
All right, homies, chill. We'll go again.
You know, compared to other games, I guess in Valorant, you do spend a lot of time spectating your teammates. Like, watching other people play. Obviously, there's other games where if you die, you watch your teammates, but in other games, like think of a Battle Royale, Fortnite or Apex is an example. If you die, one, there's a chance that they get you back up, and that becomes like a primary goal when the teammate dies in those games.
Come on, little homies.
But also, when you die, the game's over. Like, Valorant is built around dying and respawning. Other games, like, dying is losing. Whereas in Valorant, if you're a duelist or another entry role, going in and dying is a thing that happens to you, but then that's kind of expected for your team to win the round. What are you doing there, bro? I guess I can't just totally turn my brain off against these guys. Like, this KO actually has hit shots. Obviously, the Viper is decent, too. Then I watch my teammates for 30 seconds. But yeah, in Valorant, you spend a lot of time watching teammates. Like, I died early in the round, even though I got a kill. Had value. Used my smokes. I'm just dead for the rest of the round and watching my teammates. Which is just how the game is. It's not, I mean, it's Counter-Strike,
Just let
but
them try to catch me.
interesting. Obviously, other like COD or Battlefield have instant respawn mechanics where like in search and destroy and COD is different, but other game modes you die and you just insta respawn. There is no watching teammates at all. Interesting. Maybe that's part of what makes Valorant so toxic, right? The fact that you do spend so much time watching your teammates. Compared to a game like Fortnite, you can still get tilted at your teammates, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be the degree to which it is in Valorant, because in Valorant, you watch your teammates play. You see everything they do after you die.
No peeking.
Compared to Fortnite, where like, if you die, it's your fault and you shouldn't have died. There is no embarrassment from your teammates. I mean, there is embarrassment, but it's not nearly to the degree that it is in Valorant.
Refreshing.
They really don't peek that? Yeah, they do. Another one?
No peeking.
Last player standing.
Oh, I soft cleared it. I didn't even open my eyes, dude. I could have killed it there. You saw I had time. I just, for some reason, didn't register being there and kept moving. You can plant B.
Drop in a smoke.
Huge fake smoke from me. That was MVP by me right there. Why don't I get an assist for that one?
My
Pay
ult is
attention.
ready.
I learned something.
Could I have a drop? Thank you.
Hmm.
See you on the other side.
Yo, what? What am I doing?
I never left.
Many enemies B. Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Drop in a smoke.
He's behind my wall.
And that's another dead one.
Clean.
Let's reset. Deep breaths and all that.
Hey, we're making our way up. Maybe we'll win this game even. Maybe we should lock in. Stop yapping at you and play the video game. I suppose it is interesting running into a Viper and unrated. Maybe he's a Viper main, or just like a casual Ascendant player that is playing Viper for his duo or whatever.
Dream big, make it happen.
I've always found it easier to play games with friends. What? A wall? Huh, that's just weird. Like, you're really telling me that he late peaks
Reloading.
art?
Mosh pit.
I'm not familiar with that play, but alright. I guess it's unrated for you, right? It's just like the dumbest, most random, unexpected.
Welcome to my world.
Saw you, little homie.
Our Sage is on site. We have two teammates sitting main.
You will not kill my ally.
Who trained you?
Spike down A.
Man, what a round this is. This is really Valorant, man. Look at this. I mean,
Player standing.
if Jet wins this, that'd make it even better.
Down A.
No! Dude, one more knife.
Oh, this reminds me of this one time where I
Like I mentioned, when I was grinding Fortnite, that was with friends.
never
The reason I was playing Fortnite for 12 hours a day was because my friends were on, and that's all we were doing. The reason I got into Valorant at first, because my friends wanted me to. My cousin told me I should play it, and I was like, yeah, I'll probably play it sometime. And then my friends like got into it and were like, yo, you should try this with us. And so I was like, all right, let's do it.
go.
And here we are. The the second most hours I have in an act in Valorant was me when I was like hard stuck silver or whatever and playing with my friends. Like,
That's the spike, Wings.
it's not during my grind, during when I first hit Immortal, or I mean, that's like I think my first most played season was,
Little man.
or act, was recent, which was when I was grinding for Immortal, but my second most was, wow, dude, these, like, what is that even peak? What is that? What peak is even that, bro? Like, see what I'm saying here? KO is on top of the box, peeking that angle after his teammate is done spamming with an
One
LMG.
enemy remaining.
Like, what? Probably bad to play unrated consistently because it'll ruin your intuition. Like,
I hate
you learn to expect anything in this game mode.
team. So, what's
That's
the
so
plan?
weird. Like, if he had been holding that when I peeked, I wouldn't have been surprised. But the fact that he's peeking that is just like, what gave him the idea in his mind to jump up on that box and peek on that timing? Very interesting.
Oh shite, I lost my pet rock. On my mark.
Probably on that wall. Okay. You're probably gonna jump up on the thing, no? Maybe not.
Drop in a smoke. That's a kill. No peeking.
Game! Wow, dude. I've been noticing this where, like, recently I've been not crouching in my sprays. I used to, like, actually be in the habit of, well, crouch spraying when I should be spraying, but recently it's like I just assume that the 4th or the 5th bullet is gonna hit, and so don't even crouch. I'm like, I want to keep my mobility up. I want to shoot half a spray and then keep going. I don't want to have to actually crouch and, like, take time to correct my my recoil beyond shot 4. And so I just do the thing where I spray a couple bullets and then expect to be able to go. But that often turns into just standing and spraying, which is just worse. 16 and 20 in an unrated game, you know? Not exactly what you'd expect for my self-proclaimed top 1%-ness, but hey, man. You know? You win some, you lose some. That's gonna be fun to fight. We're planting in this. Oh, sure. So that's the bomb on B site now.
Spike down B.
I think she's backside.
Ready.
This is gonna be fun to push into. We should break more of the stage wall.
Here, cat. Back like I never left. Refreshing.
One enemy remaining.
Stay. Don't get back up, sweetheart.
Good
And
aim.
Sage is AFK too.
I'll teach him to respect their elders.
Good job taking my time on that Sage shot there. I should have killed Viper too, though. I mean, I don't know how I'm losing these fights, man. I don't know how I'm losing these fights. I'm gonna go play ranked after this, probably on stream. And hopefully win some games. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think after playing this game. I don't know what to think. Unrated is so weird, bro. It'll put you in an odd mood. That is certainly what this has done. Kind of a smart smoke by Brim, Mikey.
Dropping smokes.
Can't lie. That's cool.
Wingman's planting.
Spike down.
Oh my gosh! Where are we?
Gotcha.
So much util coming at me, and all of my teammates are just sitting main. You know, I really think this isn't a situation where it would apply, but like breaking more of the Sage wall than just the single one to get through is actually kind of important in some situations.
One enemy remaining.
People have called it in my rank games, and I realize it's good, but like, I often don't think of it. I thought of it last round when, after 20 seconds of getting punished by the fact that there was only one broken.
B.
This is some insane gameplay. Let's at least watch somebody who knows what they're doing here.
Launching smoke. beacon down.
Last player standing.
He is so low.
Planted.
I can't believe we lost that. You just don't plant there. You just don't plant there.
Clutch.
You just have to get off the bomb as soon as she drops out of heaven, bro. You get off the bomb and
Match
insta
point.
peek. I can't expect my gold unrated teammate to do that though. This team is quite fond of their delays. That is true. Raze and Viper are really good at putting nades and Roombas and mollies and orbs into the spots where we're having to push through. See if you can walk. You cannot walk, because that guy just made noise. I think we just pull a rotate. Run it down B. They never ever push up B. Okay, we're kind of going A now. I wish you join my team.
No peeking.
I just was not ready for him to be there. Like, my eyes didn't adjust to the fact that Viper was on my screen until it was too late. You saw it in my crosshair. It like jerked to the right and then back left and then right. It was not clean. Oh, we got bomb out of the Viper ult, so that's kind of nice, I suppose. Probably, no, I can't even smoke that. Dang. What a weird death spot. I can smoke all of mid, but somehow can't get to this arc smoke. Into Westing. They can use Razor here? I wouldn't be surprised. 2v1? 2v2? Wow. Good counting, James. We know Viper was mid. If Viper goes spawn, that's crazy. Our Jet is just full exposed to main. And there's the main guy.
Last player standing.
Alright, Sage. It's not planning for you. Let's see what you do here.
Enemy
Oh my
remaining.
gosh. W cross replacement? W quash replacement. GG, what a game that was. I don't know if this is a good video or a bad video. I talked about a lot of stuff. And I think that was positive. But the gameplay was certainly not of the highest quality that I've had on this channel. Quick leaderboard check. Let's see me at the bottom. Okay, not quite at the bottom, but definitely on our way. GG, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye. I'm pointing against my hand. I don't know why. It's just like naturally happening.